Sam and Kristin. The three of your characters have developed a story arc with a familial relationship. So right now we've got Alfra Woodard, and I'm really enjoying those scenes with Alfra. You, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Sam, you've got the family, tidy whities, and there's some strong going on there. And Sam's relationship with Eric is there's some very weird family, obviously a very strong, unique family tie. I'd love to hear the three of you discuss whatever backstory you have in your mind or internal, because I feel it hasn't played out, obviously, in the show. I mean, there's something is a backstory for each of you to make these acting choices in these family relationships.
It's funny, the first day on set with Miss Woodard, she came up to me, she said, "So boy, tell me about our relationship." So what's going on with us? What's the problem? I said, I have no idea. They didn't exactly tell me. In my mind, Lafayette was created by his mother because I think she oppressed him growing up, and then he just all of a sudden said, "I'm going to be me." And I think that's why he keeps her off into this home, and that's why their relationship is so ambiguously not good. All that hasn't been made clear to me yet. Maybe next season they'll tell me more about it. But it's good having an anchor in the world like a family. Lafayette had Tara, but he didn't have his own thing. And Miss Woodard does so brilliantly. And she looks like my real mama. So she's she's method. So she invited me to her house, and I was sitting down with her husband and kids, and was eating and all that good stuff. She a good cook, by the way. I mean, her catfish is crazy. Anyway.
Well, for my character, I had never met my real family, and so, and I've been adopted and then sort of given up, abandoned. So for Sam going back, it was kind of like going back and sort of, you don't know what to expect, but you know it's going to be you. So it's sort of like going back and finding a missing part of yourself. It's sort of going back and, you think you're going to see you, because you're going to see your real biological family. And then you see those people. With the tidy white. That's the way we roll in our household. I don't know how you roll. That's the way we roll. Watch some poker, hang out on the couch. And dogfight, yeah. But for me, like a lot of what I thought about is what I did since I was abandoned, and how I kind of had to fight on the mean country roads of Louisiana. I can't see streets, but probably country roads. Like once I got abandoned, and what I had to do to survive. And we kind of touched on that a little bit with the flashbacks, but I hope there's going to be a lot more cool stuff that we can see with my character as far as, because I was abandoned at like 15 and had to figure out, and I was a shapeshifter, and so I had to make my own way. So there's going to be some interesting stuff with that. So I hope we'll get to see some of that.
So I think it just evolved. The first season, Alex and I kept asking the producers, so when, what's their relationship? Were they lovers? When was she made? And they'd sort of shrug or make a joke, and we didn't know. And then with this season, I guess one of the writers, Brian Buckner, said to me that after they wrote Eric and Godric, that they started thinking, oh, well, wait a minute, that would probably be similar to Pam and Eric. And it made so much sense to me because she's so, hard, but she's so loyal. So it just made so much sense that this was her one person. And then it was so sweet because it just felt very father-daughter. Her son, like a little lost puppy all of a sudden, and which is very personal to me. And so the scenes were easy to film and nice and fun. And also Alex was my friend. So. At least 5 that kind of thing.
Hi, my question is for Sam. I had to write it down. How did you feel about your character's transition into having a darker past?
I kind of love it. I mean, I felt like the whole, I felt like a lot of the first season I was kind of pining after Cookie and telling her not to do things, like don't go with the vampire, don't drink, don't do this, don't do that. And then last year was all about, you torturing me. And so I've had a lot of fun. Like, the second half of this season, even though it's a real kind of flip thing, has been, as an actor, so much fun to do because I've been the nice guy a lot, and that's a fun thing to do too. But I've done a lot of it, and so it's kind of great to get to do something different.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so Miss Bauer, I have a question for you regarding your fashionable taste. They seem to always make you the fashion icon of the show. Like all your outfits are just awesome. And I was wondering if by any chance you happen to have any sort of comment on it, or you have like any sort of choice in what you wear. And if not, you can take these at home by any chance.
No, I do not, and I can borrow. But that is really all Audrey Fisher, working with Alice. And it's so much fun because Pam will dress for every occasion. And it's evolved as we've gone, but like the first season when we had the vampire trial, they dressed her in sort of a safari dress. And we keep calling her, this is, Barbie Safari, this is, Barbie Witch Hunt. We're really, remember when you were a kid, you dressed your Barbie for everything. This is what Audrey's doing with Pam. And the only say I have, which I really never even have to speak up, is when I go into the fitting, we try on a lot of things. And before I can even say, I don't think, Audrey will say, no, we can do better. So you feel so comfortable. She's not going to try to convince me to wear something that just isn't working. And it is one of, again, the great joys of working on the show is Audrey.